Hello, how are you? So, yeah, you can see I've got some ooey funness going on here. I am gonna try epoxy for the first time. I have never worked with epoxy, so I'm just gonna sit right here in front of y'all and we're gonna figure it out together. I do know they told, from what I've seen, that you must wear some kind of glove on your hands. So went to Walmart, 99-cent box of gloves. Gonna get my hands in them. I got small hands, so I ain't gotta worry about it. And then so it's a 2-part epoxy. You measure with these two and then pour it into that one together, stir it up, and we're gonna work with it. So let's see what we got. Make sure the little lid things are off so we can work with it. And of course they never are, so just use that. Use my nail to kind of pop it out of there. And this is why I always keep a thumbnail. For this reason exactly. Go ahead and plug my glue gun because I ain't gonna use it anymore. That one's set up. Now I got clear epoxy. They do have different types of epoxy, but I want it to be clear so when I put things into it, you can actually see it. So we're gonna do 10 mil. Now they said a lot goes a long way. Don't know how true that is, but we're gonna find out. Alright, that's right at the 10. Pop that lid back on it. And then we're gonna do the 10 on this side. Ooh, yeah, that's jelly. That's like jelly. Alright. So we got that. Then I'm gonna take the center one and shake it over. And make sure you get all of it out. You can get these popsicle sticks in the dollar store, bag of them, like 20 of them for $1, which is great because that's what you need to stir this. Make sure you get good and stirred. So make sure it's stirred well. As you can tell, I've got the pyramid shape out. I'm probably gonna have to do another mix to fill this thing. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Oh yeah, look at that. That's some ooey gooeyness right there. Alright, let's put a little on the top. Alright. Here. And then I'm going to make beads in this one. Move them around the way you want them. Another layer. I said, I've never worked with this, so if you're sitting there screaming at the camera, sorry. I'm trying it for the first time. I'm just kind of using some odds and ends to test it. I do have some other things that I want to put in it, but I want to test it first and see how it works. Make sure you cover it. To mix some more epoxy. So this one's that cup and that cup, and we're gonna pour it into this one once we get it separated. Make sure that you do equal parts. So if you're doing 10 in one cup, you gotta do 10 in the other cup. And I would do this jelly kind one first because it's a lot harder to gauge what you're getting into. This liquidy one goes pretty quick. It's not as, you don't have to wait as long for it to settle to make sure you're hitting the mark. There we go. Now we're gonna take these two. And you can buy more of these cups. They got some disposable little ones too. They got a little lip on them to pour with. Every time you get a new kit, new resin, it comes with more cups. Let's see here, and stir it is. This stuff stinks. There's some stanky stuff. I'm just gonna finish filling this one up. I don't want to do too much in there. Like I said, I've never worked with the stuff, so I kind of want to see how this stuff settles. That way I can start learning how to work with it, doing layerage, things like that. Now this I thought was cool because you can make your own coffee coasters. And that was kind of neat to me. Problem is it's going to take a lot of this to do. But we're here. We're enjoying. We're just going to go ahead and do it. This epoxy stuff will be cool if you can make different things to do jewelry and stuff like that, or making things match. Looks like I need a little more of the other epoxy. Just a little. make sure you're really watching and settling and make sure it settles, that it's good and even. Okay. I'll scoop this one in. I'm going to work with this a little here and there and kind of learn different things to do with it. Different things you can make with it. I'm going to find some more rubber trays. See what else we can make with it. I know when it gets done, they say you got to take it a block sandpaper, really fine grit, and just kind of shine her up, and then she'll wipe her up and she'll be just shiny. And she won't have any rough edging or anything. As you can tell, it's 4th of July if you can't hear the fireworks show going on around me. About 13 of my neighbors are shooting off. Their fireworks, and which is good for me because I don't have to pay for any and I don't have to go nowhere. If the fireworks start bothering me, I just kind of come in the house and put my earbuds in and move on. I am going to find bigger bottles to mix this in, or bigger cups to mix this in, especially with these big projects like this one, just so we can hit it all at once. All right. Take a towel and clean them up later. Got dribble everywhere. Alright, let's see where we're at. Okay. Alright, here we go. I'm eventually going to get to where I can put color in here and do the color epoxies and painting. We also have a spray paintbrush that my daughter got for Christmas from her papa one year. I'm eventually going to figure out how to use that thing, because you can do some really cool stuff with that sprayer. Mix this up. Oh yeah. You definitely don't want to get this stuff on your skin, because it stinks. I guarantee you that's some rough crap. Let's do this. And it's self-leveling, which is good, so that you don't have to worry about if your table is level, if anything else is level, it's going to level itself. So that's a cool thing. I do like that. Alright. Let's see what we got. I got these beads on clearance at Walmart. That's why I'm using them, they're kind of my little practice pieces. Just to see what I can do with them. Put this one in the corner, he's too big. There we go. Alright, what else we got? Another baby. Another baby. This little piece here is godsend to push this stuff down there. Kind of get it placed where you want it. You can use a toothpick too and do the same thing. Move them around. I have to fill it up more. These are getting big. That one fits sideways. Small, small, small. Put this down there. This one up here. Alright. Guess that's folded a little bit there anyway, so. And then this. Now I can wait, I think they said 15 minutes and then add another layer to kind of fill this up, and then these will stay down. I want to see if these are shallow enough to go in here. And remember, when you're putting stuff in, you're putting it in upside down, so you want to make sure it knows to, that the way you want to look at it is downwards, not looking at you. Because like I said, it's going to be upside down. Like I said, I found these shells and stuff on the clearance aisle. Just figured to use it to learn how to use this. Epoxy into that bubble right there. There we go. Fill that bubble in. Now I can let this sit because these are gonna float, and then mix that next round. Make sure these are spaced the way I want them. See, I just kind of threw these in and they all bubbled up to the top. That's okay, because I'm learning how to do it. But from my understanding, you can, if you want to do layers, you can put in some, let it sit for 15-20 minutes, and then put on another layer and it'll adhere itself. And that way you ain't got the bubble float. You can do layer by layer going up, or you can do colors. Like if you want to do the rainbow, you can do that too. That's kind of pretty cool. Mix thoroughly, pour slowly. They make all sorts of keychains and all that kind of stuff too on here, which is pretty cool. It's 30 to 40 minutes for work time, and then you get 24 to 48 hours for it to harden completely before you have to do the sandpaper to it to kind of just take out the roughness. But you can see, I mean, keychains, butterflies. You can take the little paper butterflies they make and put that in there. So you can do some really cool stuff with this. So we'll be working with this a lot more just so we can learn exactly how to work with it, because everybody's going to have a tester pattern on this one, because I don't think any of us have worked with epoxy. Maybe car epoxy, but that's totally different than this. So we're going to let this sit for 15 minutes and then come back and mix another layer to finish that layer up. So we're going to go ahead and let this sit. If you want to do multiple layers, I just looked, and it's 4 to 6 hours between each layer, but less than 48 hours. So if it's after the 48 hours, it's done set. But you don't want to do multiple layering at one time, so you don't cloud it up and make it where it's not going to be shiny and clear. So we're going to let this sit till the morning, and then I'm going to go ahead and get up and put the bottom layer I want to put in. That's just going to keep this flat, and add that to the end of this video, and we will see how they turn out in a couple days. Bye y'all, till later.